So actually with Ilya Muromets, it all started back with Rise of Flight once again in 2009, because this was the best World War I flight sim. And we were recently, like a year ago, approached by the Russian Historical and Military Society. And these guys asked us, like, it is the 100th anniversary of World War I, and we know you guys as the developers of Rise of Flight. The game that we know good. This is like one of the best games in terms of flight sims, and they've offered us this deal. Like, why don't you take part in commemorating the 100th anniversary of the World War I? So actually, this is how it came to life, and this is how we started to work on the Ilya Muromets project. It was pretty hard because finding materials about World War I nowadays isn't a simple topic, believe me. It's like there are no alive witnesses of this war anymore. So it's like pretty hard, because sometimes with the planes, for example, while we were doing Rise of Flight, we had to do reverse engineering. So this is actually, we took a plane, like a picture of the plane from World War I, and we tried to think how it would act in the air according to its aerodynamics and some other characteristics. So it wasn't that easy, but the Russian Historical and Military Society helped us with the documents, with the aerial maps of that time. So they helped us with the reference. It was actually, the events took part on the territory of the modern Ukraine. This was the Imperial Russia by that time, and there were fights with the Austro-Hungarians and with the Germans. Ilya Muromets, I mean, that's the name of the plane. It was the name that Igor Sikorsky, the famous Russian engineer, gave it to him. Although he's more known as the creator of American helicopters right now, but still, I mean, we're proud of our history, and that was the name given by Igor Sikorsky. So why not? I know it sounds a little bit weird to the people in the West, but I mean, that's part of history. So I think this is the way how we actually should commemorate the events that happened 100 years ago. It is a challenge, but you see, there aren't a lot of games actually dedicated to, flight sims dedicated to World War I. So I'm pretty sure that our community will know about it. The only things what are left are the blueprints, are the records, and this plane was actually pretty successful. It had a remarkable mission history. There were 60 planes of this kind made, and overall they made more than 400 missions. And it was shot at only 3 times, and only one plane, only one Ilya Muromets, was shot down. And this is a pretty remarkable, mission history, because like only one plane shot down in more than 400 missions. I mean, not many bombers can boast this kind of statistics. And this was first, and the good thing is that this was the the grandfather of all the strategic bombers that we see and that we have right now. First of all, we had quite a big experience with Rise of Flight. So of course, unlike World War II, once again, there aren't that many documents left. So sometimes you have to do some complex thing like reverse engineering and stuff. But we did try to get, our fans helped us as well. We did receive some support from guys while working Rise of Flight. There were guys like from France, from Belgium, that helped us in getting some information. And this also happened this time when we got some support from the Historical Military Society. We also got some support from museums, and so we gathered the valuable information piece by piece to reconstruct it. Although unfortunately, I wish there would have been much more information about this period of war. Actually, you can play for the pilot of Ilya Muromets. You can also switch to the gunner, because there's the gunner on top, so you can protect it, and you'll be also able to play for the fighter planes and try to attack this big guy and bring him down. Because most of the missions will be actually missions taken from history, the missions that the Ilya Muromets plane series did perform in reality. The guys were kind of surprised, but we recently we just announced this game maybe like a couple of weeks or 3 weeks ago. So it is just in the beginning. So I hope to You know, some of the guys are actually interested because if you can imagine, this happened 100 years ago, and for a century ago, this was really a remarkable piece of engineering. I mean, the whole plane. It is really something special. So I'm pretty sure that the guys who enjoy aviation games or flight sims, they will also like and enjoy trying this remarkable piece of engineering. So I'm pretty confident that we'll have some followers on this one as well.